we have weather events, we have tragedies, we have recessions, but being mayor in the midst of a pandemic, what is that like? And Mayor Elorza, I'm going to ask you to answer that question first, please.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a crazy time, for emergency management. We have a plan if, say, an airliner crashes in the middle of downtown. We have a plan for that. We don't have a plan for something like this, or at least we didn't. And so it's been a lot of learning on the fly, trying to stay ahead of the issue, and just trying to be as responsive as possible. So we're tracking the data every single day, and we're encouraged that the numbers are flattening out. And I think that this new phase that we're entering, we're at the end of the beginning. And just as we start to go back to some semblance of normalcy, we're going to start loosening some of the restrictions. But as much as it is loosening the restrictions, I think it's fine-tuning the restrictions that we have put in place. We've been through this for a month and change now. We've learned, we have this experience, and it puts us in a position so that we know where to loosen and how to be most effective with the steps that we take going forward.
Mayor Elorza, thank you. Mayor Fung, the same question to you, being mayor of the city of Cranston in the midst of a pandemic. Is it something you can even be prepared for?
It is definitely challenging times. I've been mayor now for 12 years. When I first started out, we had those devastating floods where half the city was underwater. We've gone through blizzards. We've gone through now a pandemic. If the locusts come, I wave that white flag, because it's challenging times right now for all of us. Cranston, like Don, what he was dealing with St. Ray's, Cranston had Cranston High School West. So both of our communities were one of the first ones into it with situations going on. It's been a long time coming, like Jorge was talking about, where a lot of people have been under those either quarantine orders or the stay-at-home orders. I feel for that Cranston High School West community, because they were one of the first ones where they were on that 2-week quarantine before many of the people had that stay-at-home order. Businesses have been closed for a while now. A lot of us are looking forward and heard the news from the governor today about that possible May 8th order. We're looking forward to some relaxation of the stay-at-home, hopefully some of the social distancing guidelines, and getting back to work, because our economy needs that boost in arms. Definitely challenging times, but we're all prepared, to do what we need to do to protect our residents, to do what's necessary to get through this pandemic. And it's not just going to be a 1-week process, 1-month process. It's going to take some time, but all of us are ready and working together. And there's also been a lot of positives that have come out of it.
Absolutely, Mayor Fung, thank you. And Mayor Grebien, same question to you. If someone told you that you'd be mayor during a pandemic, would you have believed them?
No. We've been, I've been here in my 10th year, and we've seen a lot of things. We talk about the stuff as Jorge and Allan, I'm sure Charlie will talk about in a minute. We get ready for the snowstorms. We get ready for dealing with the floods, and even those are challenging. We have a plan for everything. We have an SOP for almost everything, but never a pandemic. But we've had some challenging times here. It started here with the St. Ray's trip. So we felt it first in the community. We were balancing through that. Which really helped me keep it real is my family at home. I have a 20-year-old going to be 21 and an 17 going to be 18, and they've kept it real, and you need to explain it. So I kept focusing in on trying to understand, hey, why can't I go out? Why do I need to stay home? And it was just like dealing with our residents. There's an impact to our economy, no doubt about it, but the residents and our health have to come first. And we're all looking forward to the days where some of the quarantines and the self-isolation are lifted. But the concern is always, and I know each one of us has a high minority population here, and we know that we need to be doing more testing in this. So you always get concerned about those numbers. So it's a balance. So I don't think anybody has ever been prepared. Anybody that tells you that, Shannon, I think they might be telling you a little fib.
Mayor Grebien, thank you. And Mayor Lombardi, the same question to you. How challenging is it to be the mayor of the city of North Providence during a pandemic?
Just pray to God every day that we never, ever are faced with this again. I mean, all we try to do every day here is keep everyone calm, healthy, and safe, and to continue to encourage our residents here to cooperate. The social distancing, everyone has a different idea. I mean, you go into you go by one business and you see people a number of people together. Then you go across the street and you see them standing outside 6 feet apart. I think that's the question right now that needs to be answered, because I think people need to get out. And that's all you hear. They're in their homes. They're confined. They want to take a ride. They want to take a walk. They want to take a bike ride. And in the meantime, when it comes to your family, they really come first. I mean, I have grandchildren. I haven't seen them, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 weeks now. We FaceTime. When did you ever think that you would, talk to your grandchildren via FaceTime and not be able to give them a hug? And I think that's the issue right now. We need to get back. I agree with all my mayor friends here that we need to get back to normalcy. How we do that, I don't know. But as a small business person, I can also tell you this: this is not good. We need to get back to normalcy. We'll at the time, whatever. But we're trying to follow the president's guidelines, the governor's. We're conferencing, calling twice a day between the League of Cities and Towns, the governor's office. So hopefully we'll get through this, Shannon, and get the curve leveled out.